Hello guys, I wanted to change the format of my videos because I thought that you might enjoy this better. Plus, I enjoy drawing and I thought that this would be a way for me to make it more fun for myself as well as emphasize on one of my strengths. So what I would like to talk about is the format that our philosophies often take, which is through discussions with our friends or with our teachers. Oftentimes I found myself saying things that I'd never thought before in conversation with somebody else. And historically, this was actually very common for monks. They would gather and engage in formal, semi-formal debates with each other, where they would try to prove through logic and reasoning, with references to their own experiences, the experiences of others, various points. They would discuss all the different questions and philosophies about life, spirituality, morality, ethics, and usually the idea was that through these discourses you would get a deeper understanding of the issue being discussed. But unfortunately, a lot of times it was more a form of hooliganism and rowdyism, where it wasn't so much an attempt to find the truth as much as to prove oneself right over the other person. This really became the situation when the discourses became large public events. When Buddhism, and even before that, when during the time of the Buddha, it was very popular for philosophers of the day to gather and debate their points and philosophies in front of a crowd who would cheer and shout, and whoever would win the debate would get all the followers. So today, debate and discussions are extremely valuable, but we don't usually have these public debates the way that they used to be. Now, a lot of times they're very private, and at least from my experience, some of the most valuable conversations that I've had have just been one-on-one with a close friend or a stranger, somebody I'd never talked to before. Just a sincere, honest conversation, and not always on a religious or spiritual topic. But not all topics are easy to talk about, and some are actually quite dangerous. It's important to be sensitive to what can be discussed and in which environment and which circumstance. And this holds true for the things that are most important to us, because it is those things that are likely to trigger emotions, things that we feel very passionate about. Just imagine having an open conversation with a vegan or vegetarian about the possibility that maybe eating meat is okay in some circumstances, or maybe killing animals is okay in some circumstances. Now, I'm not saying that this is indeed the case. I myself am vegan, but my point is that emotions are triggered and conversation can easily turn not the way you want it to go, so one has to be very careful. And this also holds true in all forms of debate. For example, for monks, they dedicated their life to enlightenment. For people who care about God is the most important thing. So to question the ideas that are so dear to us, or to these people, it gets into vulnerable territory. So it's important to be very careful when discussing things like enlightenment, attainments. In fact, most monks will not talk about attainment and enlightenment except for rare and very private personal occasions, because these types of conversations not only are subject to become misinterpreted and generate strong emotional responses in others and themselves, they're downright dangerous, and sometimes people will accuse you of lying or accuse you of hypocrisy. They'll judge your character, and for better or for worse, that's the risk of being vulnerable about our beliefs and conversations. And sometimes we have to do this. Sometimes we have to expose ourselves and be willing to risk the things that are so important to us, to be ridiculed, to be questioned, and even experience some pain ourselves, but in the long run come out ahead, because who knows, maybe we're wrong and someone else may open our eyes to something more correct, more full or perspective. So I hope you guys enjoy this video of me drawing two monks having a discussion. Please share with me your thoughts on this new format and whether you like it, and if you have any ideas or suggestions for how I could make it better in the future, let me know. I want to make videos that are interesting to watch and listen to. So if you like the video, give me a like, subscribe, give me a comment below, share, and have a good rest of your day. See you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.